Hello, Internets! I'm Joe.
I'm Eric.
And I'm signing into the email account.
And you're listening to Just Cool Enough. It's my job, Joe. You don't get to do it.
Silence! I kill you!
I'm sorry. I hate that guy. Who is that? What did you say his name was? That's the guy with the puppets, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what an I mean, like, you know, I'm not a real comic. Ike doesn't claim to be. Eric, I don't know what you're doing.
I'm an improv comic.
Right. This guy is such a...
That's funny.
This guy is such a... the only people I know that laugh at the guy that does the puppets on Comedy Central is, like, old, dumb people.
White people.
Hey, my dad laughs at that guy, so you nailed it.
And so, you know what? A lot of people I thought I respected laugh at that guy, and I'm just like, oh, he's not even funny. It's awful.
He's non-threatening.
He is threatening.
I prefer my comments threatening.
He said he does jokes that are 10 to 20 years old. They're nothing crazy. He's nothing about him is threatening. He's just a white guy with a bunch of funny voices and puppets. He's not actually that good of a ventriloquist act. So.
No, he's not. Like it's just I've watched his stuff and I'm like, what is the deal? Why do people? What's his name? Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
Okay. Just look him up on YouTube, and if you don't get a fucking aneurysm, listen to this guy, then
I will admit, in my younger, less educated days, in the days where I thought that there was days where I thought the height of comedy
don't go there
was Jeff Dunham and Dane Cook.
No,
that was my high school days.
Me too.
Exactly. And then we matured.
Look at my face is red because I am basically admitting that I love Dane Cook.
I used to have clips of his jokes, and I think.
Oh my God! Mary got hit by that tire? Yeah, it came out of nowhere. Oh God!
He actually performed at my college while I was going there, and I went to see him, but I guess they didn't get him the blue M&Ms he wanted, so he only went on for like 5 minutes.
Ah. Anyway. So, what are the good comics?
I don't know. I mean, if you're looking for like modern comics, Hannibal Buress is great. He's one of the slightly newer ones. He's great. Or if you like more established people, there's always like I'm always a fan of like us nerds. Love our Patton Oswalt and Brian Posehn. Those are two great nerdy comics. There's a lot of them.
Oh, you know what? I watched a comedy special that was straight up like an hour long, and it was so. I have to find this guy's name. He's a well-known comic. I just covered some air while I looked for this.
Well, I watched I think Moshe Kasher. He's a skinny Jewish guy with glasses.
He's funny too.
Yeah, I watched his special a little while ago. He was great. He kind of has my hairdo.
I like Gabriel Iglesias. I'm a fan.
I grew out of Gabriel.
Oh, I see. Are you being funny, Ike? Because that guy sucks.
I don't think he sucks.
Is that the guy that talks like this all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he sucks too. I tried to watch him. It was just a caricature of like he was like pretending to be Taco Bell, right? Like it was awful.
He's inoffensive in a lot of ways. He's a little better than than the Jeff Dunhams and Dane Cooks, but I will admit I had my Gabriel Iglesias phase.
Oh man, I don't.
Right up there. I was like, man, fucking. If like Dane Cook and Jeff Dunham and Gabriel Iglesias got together and like did a show, that'd be the best show ever.
Oh my gosh, like I had a pretty good impression of him. I'm gonna work on that.
Jeff Foxworthy will always be near the top of my list.
Are you fucking kidding?
Not at the top, but near the top.
Yeah, I remember. I was actually I went to see the Tournament of Nerds Saturday, the show they do at UCB. That's great. And the intermission between the different acts, they always bring in funny things. Usually like Skeletor. But they had the guy pretending to be Jeff Dunham, and he was doing "You Might Be a Redneck" jokes, but they were "You Might Be a Redneck Hobbit." So they were hilarious. Like, if you have one ring to rule them all, sitting on top of a broken ring to rule them all. You might be a redneck.
All right, maybe I can't. I immediately had a knee-jerk reaction to Foxworthy. I have not actually sat through one of his comedy sets.
I used to watch it in I remember junior high, in driving to Boy Scout camping festival things, and one of the dads had his CD, and we'd listen to that on the way to someplace.
Oh man, but none of us put the live show in our tweets or anything like that.
I put it on the show Twitter, I think.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't tweet. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Tweeting's dead.
Well, if you want to share that, here's the link in our group chat here. The comedian I was thinking of that was straight up hilarious. I mean, he was edgy. He was funny. He made you think. Jim Norton, right?
I like Jim Norton. He gets a little sort of bluer than I'm kind of into, but he gets.
What do you mean by bluer? Is that like a color or
blue,
what do you?
Blue is usually dirty or overtly offensive. I don't mind that.
But the thing is, he was overtly offensive, but he backed up his offense with coherent arguments, and he had that kind of provocative, make you think thing going on, which I actually can respect.
He's a disgusting tiny little freak of a man, and he makes that his character on stage, and it's funny. I didn't like his.
I would never want to meet him in real life. He's probably just.
No, I'm sure he's perfectly a nice gentleman in real life, but on stage he's this filthy, disgusting pervert. Which is, if you're into, he's definitely got his appeal.
Are we still?
I think I'm more into high-minded hippie shit and nerdy shit these days, but there's a lot of great comedians out there. There's comedians for anybody's taste.
Bo Burnham.
Yeah,
Bo Burnham. I like Bo Burnham. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's funny.
And that's the one thing to take away. I'm not dog. You could like who you're gonna like, but if you like that guy that does the puppets, I don't know. I just can't do the puppets. All that other stuff is fine. Just the puppets, man. I can't take it. My computer is completely froze up, by the way, so if the show just crashes, my bad.
Well, it's funny. I saw on Netflix they always post the Jeff Dunham specials and stuff, and there's some other guy that's not Jeff Dunham who has a couple of puppet comedy specials, and I was like, how fucking terrible do you have to be that you're the second most recognizable puppet comedian?
Oh my gosh.
It's terrible.
That is pretty terrible. You know what also is terrible? If this thing crashes and doesn't post to YouTube.
We're streaming. So.
If we're streaming, and then everything will be fine. Okay. I hope. Otherwise, we just do the lost episode for the 7 people that are watching the show.
Yeah, we got people in the comments, but they're not saying anything. I don't think. Oh, yes, they are. They say, Louis C.K., obviously. Yeah.
Right. That goes without being said.
I was not a big fan of Louis C.K.
Ike! I thought you were an educated person. How do you not like that guy?
That's why I don't like Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so what do you got against Louis C.K.? Because I think he is pretty funny.
His brand of comedy it doesn't quite do it. It doesn't quite get me there.
Is it dark humor, or is it just because he's so downtrodden?
Well, I saw the best. I saw this meme picture on 4chan. I don't know where it originated, but it's not sure if Louis C.K. is funny or just really, really sad all the time.
Yeah, it's true. I guess I could see why people don't like it. I think I find his stuff hilarious because
I love his stand up, and his show is the funniest show that I can't watch. Because it is too. I can't stand to watch incredibly awkward things, and that's all it is. It's Louis C.K.
So how do you deal with your life on a day-to-day basis?
I don't deal with it. I hide in my room. That's why I do that. But I can't stand. I couldn't fucking stand. I got through the first season fine. The second season I was just hit or miss, and then it was just it got to this once.
Well, then why are you counting down?
Welcome back to part 2 of episode 171 of Just Cool Enough. Okay, anyway, I think that's a sign saying we need to get to our email section of our show.
We have emails in the show?
We had emails until someone stopped reading them.
This is for Davlin. Davlin says some words here, and I'm going to read those words out for you all. And those words are, thank you, and how goes it, fellas? Devlin says, first I want to thank both Ike and Joe, a.k.a. Railvis, and Speedia 40 for doing my show. Shuffle time. Shameless plug. Hopefully I can get you on one of these days, Eric. Anyway, I hope everything is going well for you.
To shows. How come I don't get invited?
You're just a big star. He's afraid to ask you.
That's true. I'm intimidating.
That's why I have trouble doing the show with you. It's scary. Anyway, he said, I hope everything is going well for you all in the world outside of the internet. I did want to ask all of you a few questions, if you all don't mind. Number one, what's your favorite style of music?
It's a good question.
I guess I'm kind of into indie rock mostly. That's just kind of what I listen to.
Indie rock?
Yeah, indie rock.
I really liked alternative music for a long time, but it all kind of started mixing together and sounding pretty much the same. So I go through phases with music. I imagine a lot of people do, but right now I'm kind of in this like funk jazz phase, which is just it's great. I love it right now, but I don't really have a favorite like kind of music. I just go through phases of music. So like I imagine after this I'll go to like something completely different and I'll be listening to like some Power Man 5000 or something like that, or some Rob Zombie, just to like clean out all that cool like jazzy stuff with like techno and stuff. But so yeah, Ike, what do you got?
Well, as long as it's not country. I mean, currently on my playlist is the music from Firefly. We have the newest album from Muse and a lot of dubstep. So
yeah, what do you think of dubstep? I actually when I first heard it, I'm like, do I like this or do I just like it because it sounds like a robot? And I think I like it because it sounds like a robot, which makes me actually like it. Because dubstep is like one of those things where, well, I'm going, like, on like an elliptical or something, I'm pretending I'm like driving a mech, I'm like, like it just
you
kind
can kill things well and Halo to it.
Oh yeah, it's great music to kill things to. That good old dubstep.
Or if you want to drive cars excessively fast,
dubstep will do that.
And like that you might kill yourself and or others around you.
Yeah, so, but I don't know. I mean, that's just, it seems like such a fad, such a trend. I don't see it hanging around for a long time.
But I will lug it. I'll see. When I was in high school, I used to listen to techno a lot, and people would be like, "Ew, you listen to techno music? Ew, who does that?" And now I'm like listening to current like hip hop,
and it all sounds like house, dance, trance, techno, and electro music.
Vocals over.
Right, it's just the same, and it's like the same. Oh yeah,
I'm like, I was just ahead of my time, and I didn't need lyrics to get me through a song.
I'm a trendsetter. I'm telling you, I loved techno when that was like just
like
in house.
When you said that.
Like, oh god, techno. What's wrong with you idiots? Eric, no, I don't know. Country music. I don't have any actual problem with it. I just never really got into it. But I have been getting into more folky stuff too lately, like Mumford and Sons, and there's a couple other groups that are kind of doing that kind of folk rock thing. That's kind of getting big too. I think that's going to be the next trend. But anyway, Eric seems so enthused about this topic.
No, I'm trying to sort through shit because instead of rejoining the Hangout, you started a new one. So that Hangout that is still going. It says it's still live, and this is going at the same time. So we got people in that channel who are like, "What's going on? How come? When is it going to restart?" And I've tried to tell them to come here, and because you basically fucked everything up.
Yes, that's true. That happened. That's why I posted the new link to our Facebook. So spread the word out. Don't worry, we recuperated all 5 or 7 viewers that we had. So
the other thing I'd like to point out is because clearly television is all true. According to 1,000 Ways to Die, there was a study done, or maybe it was Mansers. I think it was Mansers. There was a study done by some higher institute of learning here in the United States that said people that listen to country music are more likely to kill themselves.
If you listen to country music, boobs!
Manser! Next on Mansers! Will country music kill you if you listen to it while you're pooping? Boobs!
Next up on Mansers, What is the correct velocity of country music that you can play in order to make boobs jiggle?
Well, boobs jiggle if this music gets turned up? Let's test some country. I don't know.
Mansers.
Mansers. Spike TV going down the toilet with boobs.
Spike TV. Hey, at least we're not G4.
Oh, they're going out of business.
Speaking of going out of business, second question is favorite artist.
I mean, I love Muse and stuff like that. You know, Franz Ferdinand, Queens of the Stone Age. But my favorite contemporary artist right now is got to be Florence and the Machine.
Hold on. I'll be right back and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Ike, you got it covered.
Hey, babe, what's the music you told me I have to like?
Oh, and I'll iron your pants after the show. I'd have to say my favorite artists will still be and continue to be, even though they don't make much music, is Nine Inch Nails. But they've gone on to their side project of How to Destroy Angels, which is still pretty decent, but not quite the same.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't listened to the whole album of Muse's new album, but the stuff I've seen, like their music videos, I don't know. It just it doesn't feel the same. It's not quite the same as the last album, and I'm like,
Well, I think the last album they were saying was supposed to be kind of a real departure from their usual. Well, you know, like and they people liked it enough that they decided to kind of keep pushing it.
Yeah,
and see where they can go with it. And there's a little dubstep mixed in with their new album.
Yeah, that's what my thing was. I was like, this isn't quite as good as I liked it. Yeah,
it sucks when someone you like deviates so much from the path that you originally liked them on.
It's not terrible. I just feel like their new Muse album is like you got a group of people together and say, make an album like Muse would make, and then they did that. So that's why I'm sticking with Florence and the Machine. Because,
you know what?
Because that chick's a hot redhead, and she can sure as shit sing.
So, my favorite artist of all times that I can always listen to, my go-tos. What?
What?
Huh?
What?
Some you heard is better pickled. So I would say either Beck or Incubus. I can always turn on and just like enjoy. Why? Why is that funny?
No, I'm just like you're like Beck or Incubus. I'm like, what? What is this? 7th grade? Like,
gonna throw some.
Okay, fine, fine. I can't.
I need your arms around me. I need to feel your touch.
Bam,
the starting line, pumping and dumping and.
What's wrong with that? That's just like timeless music. Okay, but then
it's old ass music. It's something that's timeless.
It's timeless. It's like the Who.
It's not. It's not the Who.
Okay, so anyway, so what I currently have been kind of on a kick with has been Janelle Monáe. She's coming out with a new album, and she is just her music is a different world.
Did you need to go find your vagina before you told us that?
No, I did actually. It's kind of funny. I went out and I'm like, what was her name? Janelle, and then I'm like, oh yeah. So yeah, like my vagina was throbbing when I said that, but it also is really good music. So.
Yeah, I know. My vagina gets so wet when I listen to Florence and the Machine.
Yeah, but hot redhead, you can't go wrong.
No, yeah. That's good stuff too. So, what was the question?
Favorite artist, which you answered. So the next one is favorite soundtrack.
Oh God, I don't know any soundtracks.
I fucking love a lot of the songs off of the Inception soundtrack. I mean, I don't listen to a lot of soundtracks, but I love Time is my favorite of those. It's really great.
You know what's... Oh, sorry. Keep going, Ike.
I figured you were tapping away, looking at your porn or whatever. Thought I'd answer first. I'd have to go with the Queen of the Damned soundtrack. At least the first, 8 tracks.
That makes sense for you. You wear a fedora.
I don't have a favorite soundtrack, so that's not a good answer.
I did own one of the few CDs I owned when I first got a CD player was the soundtrack to Beavis and Butthead Do America. So that was...
I had the Austin Powers soundtrack. That was pretty fun. But no, one soundtrack that you might never listen to unless you like kind of 8-bit music that's excellent is the Faster Than Light soundtrack. That's actually a really good soundtrack. So
well, maybe that will go with the next question, you fucking jumper.
Yeah, what's your favorite video game music?
Oh, called it. See, I'm ahead of the trend. See, you watch out. American folk music is making a comeback.
Yeah. I don't know. Video game music wise, I just beat Hotline Miami, and it's got this great original soundtrack of like
Same people who did the FTL soundtrack.
Yeah, they're really good at that. And yeah, I love the Mass Effect 3 soundtrack. It was amazing.
I'm gonna go with any of the Blizzard. We'll go with any of the Blizzard soundtracks I really like, or Portal 2 soundtracks, pretty hot.
Yeah, some good music out there in the Vigia games.
And he said, finally, number 5, favorite stripper song. A stripper song is the one girls use in strip clubs in case Joe isn't allowed to go in those places, given who controls his manhood now.
That's not true at all. I could go.
Before
I
we
just
get to
choose
that,
not
he
to.
says, thanks for the time, guys. Take care,
No.
have fun, and don't become a zombie. Sincerely, your old underling, Davelin.
No, Joe, I could go and choose not to. It's not the same.
What does that mean?
It means that I definitely could go to any strip club I want, and I choose to have never been to one. Whereas you
I have
just
been to a strip club,
and
now
are
you
going.
can't.
Yeah,
but I don't want to go.
yeah,
Sure,
Yet.
sure.
yeah.
Just strip that
At the
from you,
moment.
too.
You know what? I think you guys underestimate Sarah's coolness. I'm sure she's fine.
No, she's awesome. It's-
Okay,
It's you.
it's
Yeah.
just me. I can't go into strip clubs since the incident.
It's not her. It's
No,
you.
since it happened, I just can't
I
go.
don't- yeah,
There's-
I don't-
no, there's a restraining order. You don't understand. I can't go to strip clubs.
Not in
Any
the
of
greater
them.
Detroit area.
No, not in the U.S.
Ever, where
I have to go
anyone-
out of the country to go to strip clubs. It's awful.
Canada.
Yeah.
So favorite stripper song.
I don't know.
Hi.
I read this email, and the first thing I could think of was that song "Cherry Pie." That's the only
Yeah.
one I could think of.
What about that? Like, throw some sugar on me. Because
Yeah.
like when I think of a stripper
It
song, I
sounds
think
the
just like
exact same.
right. It's like
Yeah,
she's
the way Joe
my
sings it,
cherry
it sounds
pie.
exactly the same.
No, all those songs are like the raunchy, like old ladies stripping. Like, oh man, just stop, please. I don't think there's one song that a stripper could come out to and make it look classy. So maybe I'm not going to really nice places or something.
Because you got the restraining orders against.
Yeah, yeah, as you can imagine.
Is that Scott in a wig, or is that Sarah?
No, it's definitely Scott in a wig. You could play games. It's okay. It's okay.
Gosh,
No,
you're
stop.
so
You're gonna
enthused about trying to
sever
be in
the
the
internet
show the
connection.
other day, and now all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, I guess she realized the true colors that she don't want to be dragged down into the annals of the internet with you, Joe."
The annals.
That's
It's annals. It's not anals.
What? No, with you it's annals.
The annals of the internet.
Yeah.
I don't usually correct people on words, but when somebody confuses anals for annals,
You assume that I misunderstood.
As,
Is it-
as a doctor in English, I think Ike knows what he's talking about.
Yep, that's right.
Ike's hurting my anals right now.
Speaking of hurting our anals, we got this from the Jack move, or
He's alive?
the D is actually probably silent, so I'm gonna go with Jack.
Oh.
Look, it says it at the top. I didn't read it. Anyway, it says this haiku is for you. Hey guys.
Oh, wait. We had a competition last week about people who do things.
Yeah, and we asked for a haiku, and Jack Mo was the only one said one, and then he said he didn't want the prizes anyways.
So we need to come up with another cool game to play with our listeners.
Yeah.
The Jack move will take a part of, and nobody else, and then he'll once again not want the prizes. Anyway, it says, "Hey guys, Jack move here. The D is silent. Long time no email
that's a
because of
Django
my."
reference.
Yeah. You
Right.
obviously have not seen Django!
They dropped the N word. Like, if you turn that into a drinking movie, you'd be dead in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, do you drink every time they say the N word?
Yes.
Well,
Dead.
that sounds like an awful drinking game if you're watching Django!
Historically accurate portrayals of racism in the 1860s.
It's historically accurate portrayals of everything. Like, that is exactly how it was.
Anyway, it says, "Hey guys, Jack move here. The D is silent. Long time no email because of my New Year's resolution, which is to email you guys less and to actually work while at work. Anyway, I heard there was a haiku contest. I don't want to win, but I'm going to write haikus anyway. A haiku for each host of the show. Here it goes. Joe Cariotti, I banged your mom. She's nice. Fuck
Wow.
you, Joe.
That is creative. Can you say it with a flourish? You know, that just...
Nope.
I want- Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Eric, get a job. Candace, Canada, she's hot. Too bad she's fake, huh?
No, she's real, but she died in that car accident with that Notre Dame football guy
Oh God, that's awful.
with his girlfriend. They were best friends.
Super
It's
hot.
an elaborate hoax. I had no idea.
And finally, mine is.
I
Ike.
like the creativity in this one. This one really speaks to me on a deep
It
level.
does. It really gets to the soul. Ike, 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 Ike. Ike, 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 Ike. Ike, 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 Ike.
Is that enough syllables? Yeah, okay. I like that one the best. That was really must have took a lot of time. It's like he really banged a good one out for me, and then Eric got a nice one.
I see what you did there, because he was talking about banging your mom. Yeah.
What can I say? I'm a man who knows his fun. Anyway, whatever. Thanks,
And
Jack
thanks for
Move,
the
for
email
winning.
by saying, I want to hit you in the face, Eric.
He sounds like he has pent up anger for Eric.
A lot of people do. I've noticed that in a lot of my improv scenes involve me getting the shit kicked out of me.
You think it's like you
trying to tell you
or
something.
just the people around you?
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I volunteer for it because I know it needs to happen, and then sometimes it's like, oh, this is what the scene's about.
I'm getting my ass kicked again. You're gonna be a great extra.
Yep. But speaking of improv, we've got another email.
We
Wow.
do. It's called Eric's Show. This is what this is. Anyway, hi, Eric, Ike, and Joe. First of all, thanks for reading my email last week. The half-an-hour discussion it generated was awesome. The main reason for the email this week is because I will probably be going to see Eric perform on Sunday night.
Oh
Is that the
yeah.
strip club night? What are you gonna play to? What are you gonna...
Pour some sugar on Eric.
Anything by Poison or, Motley Crue.
Panama. The heat is on. Do 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 do.
I don't think
Sorry.
The Heat Is On is a very popular strip song.
It was
record
just
all these, Joe, and sell them on your 99
coming soon to the finer
99
record
tracks
store.
on one CD.
Joe Cariotti sings about a line of popular 80s songs off key. Panama!
Panama, Panama, yeah.
Anyway, back to the email while I try to forget everything. Eric, what should I and any others who come expect?
Okay. It's going to be improv. It's going to be... there's probably split the class in half, and we'll do 2 shows, one for each half of the class. It'll be about 30 minutes apiece, hour-long show. I think we're going to be doing an Armando this time, which you have no idea what that is.
What does that mean? Is that bad?
No.
Is that when everybody gets together and has sex with a guy named Armando?
Kind of, actually.
My name is Armando.
Armando Montalban.
It's a form of that's Ricardo Montalban. And let's
No, this is his brother.
I said Bontaban. It's a different guy.
Armando Montalban. Yeah.
He's the guy that you guys all
have
have.
sex with your family.
He's so suave.
So look for that. A thick European accent and a pencil thin mustache. No, we're just gonna like about 7 of us are gonna stand on stage. Somebody's gonna scream a word at us, and then we're gonna do half an hour of hopefully funny shit.
That's, it's like, what can we expect at the improv class? I don't know. It's improv.
Well,
If we planned it.
I've actually been writing this sketch right now that we're gonna do in my improv thing.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all. How do you write a sketch that you're supposed to do at improv? Then it's not improv.
Ooh, I'm opening up the curtain and showing you the
But
dark.
he's trying to encourage improv right now. That is the improv. See?
Yeah, get out of here, Amanda.
I'm telling you,
Hey! This is no girlfriends allowed. Wait, no, we should do a show where all of our girlfriends stand in the
Yeah,
background.
that's
Eric, invite your girlfriend in, quick!
your mom could be your surrogate girlfriend.
Oh,
I almost like they're out getting Thai food right now, and she was like, "I'll just bring it in." I was like, "No, just fucking leave it in the refrigerator, or come get it later." And it's like it's on video. I don't want people to see you like handing me Thai food, and I'm like, "That's a funny story."
Mom, get out of here! I'm trying to do this.
Is this the basil chicken? What? You didn't get extra basil?
Yeah, I'm ordering basil chicken from the Thai restaurant.
It's a thing. Look it up on the menu.
I'm ordering pad Thai like a real man.
With basil.
I like. Keep talking. I want to see your girlfriend.
They want to see you, apparently.
Look at there she is.
Yeah.
Ah, crap! Every time I talk, I see her. All right, don't see her.
Now she's gonna come in. See what you did? You did this.
Now it's her turn to ruin the show. Stop it!
All right, now we all have our girlfriends on the show.
Yeah,
Sarah, Amanda, and the bear in the background for Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Hey, Sarah likes your hair, Amanda. Here, get closer to the camera. Sarah wants to look at it. For all of our audio listeners that aren't seeing this,
They want to look at her what now?
watch out. Your bosoms are showing. Bosom.
Just
be careful.
Email. What am
Okay.
I doing? I'm done. No.
She
I'm
is
gonna read the
cute.
email.
My girlfriend's hitting on your girlfriend, Ike.
Your girlfriend's hitting on my girlfriend?
Right? I think there could be a thing here.
It could be a thing.
Two lucky men. What's the rest of this email?
Anyway, aside from asking what to expect, Dylan goes on to say, also, any notable events that have happened to you in previous performances?
no. I mean, I did some improv. Some of it was better than the others.
See, if you just planned it out a little better, you wouldn't have the terrible improv.
I know. That's the problem.
He says, I will also be sure to write back for next week about the show and look forward to hopefully meeting you. Anyway,
if anyone's in the Los Angeles area and wants to check out my performance, it's Sunday, January 27th at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater at 6 o'clock in the PM, and it's $5 to get in. There'll be one next month too if you miss out.
but Eric has anxiety when it comes to meeting new people, so be careful.
I'm going to save up frequent flyer miles, and I'm going to visit Eric. It's going to be great.
Or better yet, just fly all of them, the whole troop, to you.
That's for a live performance in my home studio. Filled with boxes.
Yeah, there's not enough room there. The improv.
Aside from creepily looking forward to meeting you, he finishes the email by saying, anyway, here's another question. I was re-listening to some of the JCE shows and heard Joe's story of being labeled the do-nothing child. And I was just wondering if you three have any other funny, interesting, or horribly scarring. Hey, I can read. Scarring teachers. Thanks for doing a great show, and I look forward to meeting Eric again on Sunday. Met the three of you at BlizzCon 09, I think. From Dylan M.
Yeah, Dylan. I think I remember him. Did he have a beard?
I don't remember. I remember meeting some people in 08, but I don't remember much about 09.
Has it been that long? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so just some quick rehashing of some old stories. When I was in third grade, I didn't do anything because I didn't like work. And my third grade teacher put a sign next to my desk, and it wasn't that I didn't like work, it was that I couldn't understand what was going on because I guess I'm a high-functioning idiot. Anyway, she wrote a sign and stuck it on my desk to encourage me to work called Do Nothing Child. And stuck it on my desk, and it was very scarring. So
Yeah.
that's why.
He's
Are you
literally
sure it
done
wasn't a
nothing.
statement?
Yeah.
Maybe she wasn't labeling you so much as making a silent statement.
Oh, it was a label. It was she basically taped it to my forehead. So she's just what an awful teacher with a name. I mean, oh gosh, she makes me mad just thinking about her. So anyway, scarring teacher stories. Ike, this should be interesting. You're an educator.
Yeah, but he was asking for my past.
Yeah,
Well, no, have you scarred any children lately?
Oh, it's on a daily basis.
Every time they don't do art, I stab them in the fingers.
That's not art. This is art. And then just get them.
But you don't want to stab them and take the finger off.
Well,
just
you
wanna
hit them with a
stab
bag of oranges so it doesn't leave a bruise.
Yep.
That way there's no evidence.
This is why Eric can't get within 500 feet of his school. Speaking of restraining orders, Eric, teachers.
Nothing too crazy. There was the English teacher in 11th grade, 10th grade, who we were like discussing literature or something, and he's like, "Well, I see your point, but you're wrong," which is a great thing to tell somebody about their interpretation of poetry.
You were interpreting poetry, and he said you were wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
What? Oh gosh. Well, at least he's fostering thought.
He wasn't. That was the point. There was we got away with a lot of bullshit because I was in theater.
Is your basil food here? Is your Thai food here? Bring it on in. It's time to eat some pad Thai together.
Fridge. I said put it in the fridge. God damn it.
No, bring it in. Bring it in. Could you hear me? Bring it in.
Yeah, I'm sure with those excessive headphones.
Yeah. We got away with a lot of bullshit in drama class that we wouldn't have gotten away with otherwise. But I remember once, I think we were playing like handball in the back in the shop where you build sets and shit, and it was just being like obnoxiously loud and with a bunch of people. And our teacher, Mr. Farron, who tries to be intimidating, but he's really short and talks with kind of a lisp. So he just like came screaming at everyone in the shop. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here! We're making all this goddamn noise!" And it was me and Adam mostly making the noise, but we at that time had happened to just be hiding behind cabinets. So we were literally like hiding behind cabinets, just being quiet as everyone was getting fucking yelled at. And he was like, "Just go down there," and everyone ended up like going away and stuff like that. And it was like quiet for like 2 seconds, and we were sitting there, and then we just hear him go, "I don't think I don't fucking know you're hiding behind those cabinets."
Oh man! In contrast to what we're talking about, do you have any good teacher stories? Were there any teachers that like affected you and made you who you are today?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, fucking, I don't know.
Did they? I mean, like, was there like one teacher that you really liked, or because I mean, I know for Eric and I, school was full of trials and tribulations and failures.
Not really. School was pretty easy. I was just lazy. I did.
Well, no, that's yes, exactly.
My senior English teacher was this tiny little guy. He was short, stocky. You know.
What do you got against short people? There's two stories in a row you're telling that you hate short people.
It's part of the story. I need to describe it. He was short, you know, skinny little guy, kind of had a bowl haircut. You know, he kept his hair kind of tight and stuff. And then it turns out like he was this ex-Marine, and he didn't seem like, because he was very soft-spoken, taught English and stuff, and it just didn't seem like he was a Marine. But then he showed us pictures of him in Desert Storm, like in the middle of a desert, sitting on a Scud missile, like, hey, you know, I'm like, holy fuck, he's probably killed people. And then it's like every day is a battle for him not to just murder students.
He's just like, you
fucks with him.
You sneak up behind him and you accidentally get shanked by like a military grade knife.
Yeah, he pulls a K-bar out of his boot and like just slits your throat.
We had some wacky teacher who actually no longer teaches at this school because of some sexual harassment charges. I don't know how he got away with this, thinking about it now. But so this guy was a Vietnam vet, right? And so every time there was an assembly and he held the assembly, he would play, "I'm proud to be an American because at least I know I'm free," and he would tear up and stuff, which is fine. Okay. But one time he did a demonstration of how good he was at throwing knives. Like, he set up like a targeted boxes and was on a stage and was seriously just whoa, and these knives are just like deadly, like scary deadly, right? So this was the demonstration just by one of the teachers. He was just like, "I'm real good at throwing knives, kids." And anyway, sexual misconduct did in that guy. So no one will be in the ROTC anymore there at that high school.
My government and econ teacher, this was the year before I took him because he was a senior teacher, but every year they do this thing about like drunk driving where they take a smashed car and they put it in the quad so you can see what a car looks like when it's fucking smashed. And then they had, I don't know why they did this. They did this fucking every year. They had the vice principal dress up as the Grim Reaper and go around And he would go around to the senior class and pick like one student out of the class, and that student would come with him. That student would be dead for the week. I mean, they couldn't go home; they'd have to like hide in the office and like do homework or whatever. But to show you that like this many kids die of drunk driving every year, so they would just take random. And they did this every year, so I don't know why it fucked with him. But like the year before I took him, the guy walked in, and this was like 2 years after Columbine. He walks in wearing the full
God.
Grim Reaper thing with the scythe and the Halloween mask and everything. And the teacher fucking jumps over the desk, tackles him, and puts him into a headlock. And he's like, "Oh, someone call security!" And then it's like, and the vice principal is like, "It's me, Jim. Don't kill me."
Oh my gosh. What are you supposed to think at that point?
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking... I mean, they did it every year. I don't understand why you wouldn't know, but fucking, who cares?
I had a 6th grade teacher that ate worms.
Like, was that his gig?
It was part of... Well, we did this whole big science experiment towards the end of the year on worms. And so I was like, yeah, you know, you can eat them too. So like, spaghetti, it was gone.
Did he wash it?
No, it was like straight out. I was like, see, they're good. Gone.
That's real gross.
And I also had a science teacher. I remember once my friend Tiffany, she needed to use the bathroom in 8th grade. She's like, raised her hand. She's like, can I use the bathroom? I was like, no, you got to sit down right now. Like, pay attention. So she raised her hand after like 5 minutes. She's like, can I go use the bathroom, please? He's like, I told you, you need to be quiet, sit down. So she did it a 3rd time. He's like, no, you have to sit there. She's like, you know what? I don't care if you write me up. I'm having my period right now, and I'm going to the bathroom to change my tampon. So if you want to write me up for that, go ahead. She grabbed her purse and walked out of class. She came back.
I bet she's like, I felt like a real asshole.
I just had like...
I tried that before. It didn't work so well, though.
I'm having my man period, and you try to write me up.
It's my time of the month.
I remember I was in my biology class, and I really had to shit. Like the painful, like I can't hold this in. Like every couple of seconds, there was like a wave of pain, and I was shaking, and I had to go to the bathroom. And the teacher was like, "Not till after everyone finishes like the first assignment of class." And I'm sitting there, like I finish it, and I'm just fucking like, I was like, I gotta fucking go, bitch. I don't understand. I held it the entire time. Like, luckily the bathroom, but she's like, we're finished. I'm like, can I go now? Seriously, I have to fucking go. Like, it's not like I was one of those kids who like went to the bathroom every 5 minutes. I don't understand why she couldn't just fucking let me go.
I don't know. Sometimes people just get in a mood where they're just like, no, I'm not letting you go to the bathroom.
I was like, it took all my strength not to shit my pants.
I was one of those kids that decided to go to the bathroom whenever, so I ruined it for you, Eric. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I understand, because I did some things. I think I've mentioned many times about how I would skip class, and then when they handed me the note the next day, it'd be like, explain why you weren't at class. I'd hide in the bathroom for 15 minutes and be like, yeah, took care of that. You know?
God. Well, what do we got here? Do we have any stories to talk about?
Well, we can always thank all these people for emailing us and tell our listeners, if you want to email us, you can always send an email to theshow@justcoolenough.com and maybe get that shit read out on the air.
And we can also give a shout out to the people in our chat room right now, if there's anybody there. Like Walterian, holy crap, he's in the chat room from a long time ago.
I want to see for our next one, because we had the haiku one, but I want to see somebody make a Just Cool Enough like advertisement for us and post it somewhere interesting and take a picture of it.
Like somebody has to draw it out, or
it could just be like, listen to jce.com and post it somewhere interesting.
And take a picture of it?
If only 3 years ago I made a flyer and pitched that very idea.
What are you talking about? I pitched the idea and you made the flyer. Anyway, so that's this week's competition. If you want to win some free video games, what you can do is take a picture of you advertising Just Cool Enough. It can be on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. It could be on somewhere visible that people will see.
If you put it as a tattoo somewhere on your body, we will give you one of these games.
Yep.
Ike will get a matching tattoo on his forehead.
On my scrotum.
On his scrotum.
And we have a copy of the last Humble Bundle.
It's the last one in the world, you see. It's very rare.
Twinkie. It's even rarer than a Twinkie.
And also a copy of Lone Survivor on Steam. So those are the things.
We got things to give away.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brady Riney, who says Rainey. I always get it wrong. Whatever, Brady, you're the man. He says me. And then a guy says fuck you, Joe, but I'm not gonna read out his name because he's a jerk. Anyway, I see what you're doing, guy, in the chat room. What else do we got? We actually have stories. We had stories last week too, but we just talked the whole time about how great we were.
Aren't we?
Yeah, a lot of these are the same stories.
Okay, so did we cover the Death Star one?
We covered no stories last week.
Well, let's talk about the Death
So
Star
did
one.
we cover the death?
Could someone give me an update here?
So, apparently there was this... No, it's fine. Keep talking. I won't make a transition.
How can you transition when your screen is all out of focus? Were you doing like a wipe or something?
He was wiping.
He was wiping something. Okay, keep going, Eric, please.
Well, apparently there was a... No, I'm done. Let's stop.
Well, apparently there was a thing that Eric was going to talk about.
No, you just keep going. You got it.
Okay, so a couple weeks back, we decided to band together here in the States to try to get a Death Star actually funded by our government. Little did we know we were actually going to get a response from it. There's a site, I don't know, something .gov that you can go on, and if you get like enough people to sign this online petition, the government will actually respond to it. So, anyway...
No.
Yeah, the short answer was no, but it was very artfully answered on this Death Star petition, which, by the way, I was like number 4,000 who signed it. And they actually went through, and the whole response back is puns and lovely Star Wars things. But Eric, I'm sure you had something specific to talk about with this, right?
No, I was just going to say, fucking Obama. I mean, like, we re-elected, I voted for him twice, and so far, he's letting me down with gun control, gay rights, and Death Stars. That's the platform he ran on, if you remember. He said, we're going to take guns away from fanatics, we're going to give gays the right to marry, we're going to give pot to everyone who's got cancer, and we're going to build a fucking Death Star. That was change that I could believe in.
That's the thing, it wouldn't bother me so much, except he told us in the campaign that he was going to build the Death Star, and he just went back on his word.
It was one of his platforms.
It was like, that's exactly it. He was like, if we build this Death Star, like, now he's just flip-flopping. He's not okay with blowing up planets, apparently, when he thought
in the second debate, like, they were fucking, like Mitt Romney was like, well, we don't got the money for that, and Obama was like, yes, we do, bitch.
Yeah, he said, he was like, yes,
Romney.
We can.
He specifically said, hey, we do have the money, bitch, Romney. And I was like, oh! And so I was like, that he won my vote for that.
If only Ron Paul would have won, we could at least got a Carillion Star Cruiser.
Yeah. No, we wouldn't have.
Not Ron just Paul promises. False promises. False
Death Star promises. A day the Empire will rule for years.
Ron Paul wouldn't even build a Slave One.
Take that back, God damn it!
He's against the government. He would build nothing. He would repurpose Y-Wings and X-Wings to take down a Death Star, but he wouldn't build one.
That's actually something they mentioned in this petition. They're like, why would we build a Death Star when it can be taken down by one starfighter? And he's like, oh, yeah, these...
Well, plug the port. All you have to do is plug that one exhaust
And also,
port.
who's got a starfighter? Russians don't got a starfighter.
Not yet.
They would build one just to take down...
Maybe they have the last starfighter.
Oh.
Maybe.
What if we just slowly convert the moon into a Death Star, and we do it from the outside in, so it looks like so it just looks like the moon. People don't know, and then suddenly, bazam, Death Star.
One day, but then it would only be in range to kill like 2 things.
No, we could move it.
Then all of our oceans would be off. And then, do you want to be the one to be blamed for high tides?
I'm just saying,
or red tide.
If you had to, or red tide, if you had to blow up one planet in our solar system, what one would it be?
Are we still counting Pluto as a planet?
Pluto is definitely still a planet, but even though it's not,
it's a planetoid in the Kuiper Belt. It's not a planet.
Your mom's a planetoid. Oh, I went there. I get rid of that.
That's really rough, dude. Don't ever call anybody's mom a planetoid. You can say all you want, but that's a step too far.
My mom is not.
You shut up.
Of orbiting bodies in the Kuiper Belt. You take that back.
She's an asteroid. Shooting star. That's what she is. Damn it! You take back your slander.
Yeah.
So yeah, what planet would you blow up?
I don't know. Fucking Uranus? Because I'm tired of that joke.
Oh, that's a good one. Boom. That's really good, dude. I don't like Jupiter. It has that sunspot. It reminds me of an old guy's forehead.
It doesn't. It like the sunspot disappeared for a while.
Problem solved.
And
You're
also,
welcome.
Could you blow it up? Because it's a gas.
I know, right? Like maybe it starts this like giant explosion that just takes out the whole star
It just fires
system.
straight through and blows up Mars or something.
Oops.
See, I blow up Earth, but on a very slow timer, like have it happen a while from now, so we have enough time to build the Death Star.
Wait,
you encourage
what?
people to build the Death Star when they know their planet's going to be blown up.
Oh God.
But it's
So-
that's a kind of catch-22 because we're building a Death Star to blow up the Earth so that we can build the Death Star so that we don't have to live on Earth. Like,
Bingo.
did you write Looper?
Bingo.
The first Death Star is going to come back from the future, and
Yep.
the second Death Star
It's
is
going
going
to
to
look a lot like Bruce Willis.
well, and then you'll have the unbuilt Death Star, which will try to kill the finished Death Star.
Which will
Is
look
it,
like
wait, is that like Face Off or what? Wait, I don't get this. What movie are you referencing?
Looper. I haven't seen
Looper.
it. I haven't seen it, but everyone knows what it's about.
No, apparently Joe doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't know nothing.
Is that the movie where he comes back and does the pottery?
Yes.
Yep. And the
Yeah.
shadows try to get him.
Yeah.
That's
Joseph
Dementors.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis do pottery, shirtless.
There's
With
that scene.
superhero powers. I think it's called Broken or something like that, because they accidentally dropped the pottery.
Brokeback Mountain. That's the one you're thinking of, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, super sorry about the Death Star thing. I know it's kind of old news at this point, but we got to cover our industries. You know, like that's an important.
Think of how
topic.
many jobs we could save with the
I
Death
know,
Star.
right? Like that's a total job opportunity right there.
Yeah, but
You're homeless and unemployed, Death Star.
we'd probably outsource the labor.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, this is a problem because you look at how much problems Boeing is having with the 787 jet. Like imagine the problems they're gonna have with a Death Star. Just we can't even get something to fly correctly in our Earth's atmosphere, let alone outside of it. So maybe I just don't believe we can get it done. You know, I'm a naysayer now.
Also, space is fucking dangerous. Even just in geosynchronous orbit, you fucking things the
Oh, yeah, yeah, things-
baseballs flying at near speed of light that just
And you
punch
got
through
some
you.
subcontractor working on the outside, like screwing something in, like click, 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 and then it's just like the tool just floats away. It's like, well, I'll just get another tool, charge it to the company account, and then you
No,
got all these
it's worse.
tools floating around.
What's worse is like him hanging out there, and he's like, "Oh, everything's fine," and then a rock the size of a nickel punches through
I know.
faster than a bullet.
What are you gonna do now? How are you gonna send that letter back to the children of that?
Yeah, I've been reading. I started reading. There's this old book from like the 70s or 80s called Forever War. It's like a sci-fi movie.
Oh, no way!
Sci-fi. Yeah, it's awesome because like they're like going through their training, and he's like, "Fucking half of you are probably gonna die in the stupidest way possible because you're idiots." And they do. They keep dying in training because it's fucking because they're doing it on like this planet in the Kuiper Belt.
We should do Forever
like that's
War
the
as
first
the Just
part
Cool
of-
Enough book club.
I feel like that describes the first part of Starship Troopers, where they're going through training. The guy takes a bullet in the helmet.
A lot of people are gonna die here, and we're gonna show you your first boobs, Joe Cariotti. Thanks, Starship Troopers at Andy's house. That was good.
Yeah, so if anyone else, I don't know, if people want to read the Forever War, you should do that.
That's
'cause
what
I'm
it
doing
is.
that.
How much longer? Like how far are you in it?
I just started it.
Just Cool Enough Book Club, starting this episode 171. We will be now talking about the Forever War. Look for updates on justcoolenough.com. If you want to email us about that, it is thisshow@justcoolenough.com. Welcome to the Just Cool Enough Book Club. Maybe we'll make it a separate thing, Eric. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, Forever War, starting now. We'll cover it later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
These are Start reading it. I'm gonna buy it right now.
Pro tip: it's about Vietnam.
Shit! Don't tell me these things.
No, that was. I'm glad that was like in the first page acknowledgement. He's like, this book.
Great. Spoilers. Never mind. It's off. Eric spoiled it for me. The Forever War. Seriously, guys, if you're listening and you want to be part of the Just Cool Enough book club, I was intending on starting that one, so that's what we're going to get to. More updates to come. Stay tuned.
Speaking of staying tuned, let's stay tuned out of this gay shit and start plugging each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My plug for this week is they just released today or yesterday the opening cinematic for StarCraft II: Heart of the Swarm, the new StarCraft II expansion. It is tits.
That is a good descriptive.
If you ever want to watch CG Terrans fighting CG Zerg, and it's all beautiful, and they're just all over the place, and they're just fucking battling it out, it's so good. So good.
All right. I guess I'll take that into consideration while I'm watching your Eric's opinion of that game that looks like FTL, but that's ridiculously hard.
Hotline Miami. Pro tip, the game is like 3 times faster than that. It just Fraps made it slow when it recorded.
Your FAPS made it slow when it recorded?
Yeah.
You should stop doing that, Eric.
Yeah, I know.
Do we go right into... Just stop making that noise. That is disgusting. That doesn't sound like anything.
I got myself the Forever War on my Kindle.
Oh, yeah, I got it
Shut
up.
up.
I've got it on my iPad, so...
Yeah, that's what I meant.
There's
My
like
iPad.
3 different copies of Forever War, and I don't know what one to get.
Get the most recent one, because I read that also in the acknowledgement. He was like, this is the best version of the thing, because I guess part of it, he like cut part of it.
Oh, there's an unabridged and an abridged version. So we're doing Forever War unabridged. The release date is 9/23/08. That is the most recent one I see. 9/23. Yeah. So go.
I hope I bought the right one for $10.
I'm sure it'll be fine. You know, if you're missing a section, it'll all be the same. I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, don't even worry. We'll be talking about all these subtext and context that nobody gets.
Do you remember
Sorry about that.
When the guy was having sex with the alien moon babes? That was so hot. Oh, I didn't have that section.
It's like being out of date in college. Like you don't know what. It's like, oh, I have last year's version of this book. That critical graph that's on the exam. I don't have that. What are you looking at, Ike?
It says, for Ben and always for gay.
What are you trying to push on here, Eric? What kind of book are you trying to push? What kind of agenda does this book have?
It's about
Always for gay?
It's about how the war of genders and gay equality will last forever. That's not what it's about.
In Vietnam. Forever. War. Can we apply this to a more modern context in the Middle East?
I imagine you could. I imagine it translates quite well to the Middle East.
Pro tip.
Yeah.
Well, I also have the Forever War.
Good for you.
We
Have
are...
a plug this week?
I do have a plug this week. This week, my plug, since we were talking about music early on, I have a hidden gem of a song that I think I might have plugged at one time, but it is in the show notes. And no, I didn't do that last week. I played it last. Anyway, it's called Living Sisters, How Are You Doing? And it is an addictive song to listen to. So check it out. It is in the show notes, and you will like it very much.
135 pages, Eric. It's 135 pages. Too many.
That's a really short book, though.
It's only... Yeah, this is... I'm
You
going to whip through
understand, a
this.
Dr. Seuss book for me is long. I like the pictures.
Ike is teaching 3rd grade. He's not used to these
I just
100-page
started
books.
teaching 2nd grade today. It's true.
So he's not used to these long books with chapters and...
I get.
Are there pictures in this book, Eric?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, man. I'm used to all my books with pictures. Do the
And they
pictures
read
move?
to me like the.
Well, if you
turn
pull
the
this
tape
tab,
over,
it pops
the sound-
out.
A little pop-up and
the
whoop.
sound of the-
Oh,
Yeah.
forever. This is the part where the guy's guts get ripped out. Whoop.
And here's the part where they have an orgy.
Is there a lot of orgies and stuff in this book? You're talking about it like it's going to happen all the time.
I don't know. I am not that
It's
far
just
into it.
one giant. It's
The
200.
whole book. It's like 50 Shades of Grey. We don't even know it yet. We just-
Actually, but after that, thank you at the beginning, it's 50 Shades of Gay.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I didn't say who was involved in the orgy.
It's going to be a weird book to listen to out loud at work.
Is it not safe for work?
This is
Should I not be listening
totally
to this
not
at school?
safe.
Like while the
certain-
kids are doing their artwork and I have my speaker playing in the background, should I not be playing this?
Jessie takes off her clothing.
Yeah.
Her nipples are brimming. It's like, oh man, this is getting weird, kids. Everyone, ears, earphones.
He pulled out his salacious cock.
Oh god, not salacious. Anyway,
You got any plugs for
please plug away,
my-
Ike.
I had no plugs, but now this brings. Go on YouTube and check out George Takei reads 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh no. Okay. Sounds good. I think
Oh
that's
my.
the show for the. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh my. What else do we got? Anything else you want to talk about, Eric? You always kind of keep talking after we plug our stuff.
I don't know. I saw Argo.
I was trying to go to sleep, and Eric's all like chitty chatty after we.
It is 9:02 Eastern time. I need to go to bed. I need my
I've got
beauty.
Thai food. I've got pad Thai
He's got
waiting for me.
basil
End of the
chicken.
show.
Basil chicken. Did you give me
No.
basil chicken?
No, I got pad Thai.
Pad Thai.
Yeah.
Did you get any ginger salad?
No, I just got pad Thai.
That's it.
Yes.
How about basil
It's a
chicken?
huge portion.
Show me. I don't believe you.
It's like one of those huge styrofoam containers.
It's this big. It was this big when I got it. I don't believe it.
And-
See, I actually don't think Eric's mom went out because I don't think actually Eric lives at home with his mom. I've never seen her,
Eric is
or I've never seen his
young,
sister.
wild, and
I
successful,
think-
and he's just playing the game right now. He's
Yeah.
just pretending to be some
He doesn't
some
want all the
guy
people on
with
the
a
internet to know
spaceman
that he's
helmet.
like-
Yeah.
I don't want to tell tales out of school, but I haven't showered in 3 days.